Hey there guys, it is Natural Nadine here and I am back. This is part 2 of my FAQs video. We're just going to delve right back into the FAQs that I got whilst I was away from YouTube. How do you moisturize straight hair? And I think my method on this is quite controversial and I always get questions on it. Almost every night before I go to bed, I will put leave-in conditioner on my ends, a little bit of oil before I wrap my hair at night. And that's how I personally choose to moisturize my hair when it's straight. A lot of people choose to just let the sebum be the moisturizer, which again is absolutely fine, but I prefer to add just a little bit of extra hydration because a leave-in conditioner is water-based, right? So like I use like a really thick leave-in conditioner that still has water in it. One of my favorite ones to use is the Camille coconut water. Yeah, the Camille coconut water leave-in conditioner. Somebody asks if I have a video on my silk press routine. I do. Although it's slightly changed, I definitely need to update it. It's actually called the Kamala Harris Silk Press, which really like ruffled so many feathers because that's when I realized people on the internet cannot take a joke. Although I think that people feel like you shouldn't joke about politics, but the joke's on them because politics is literally one big joke. Especially American politics. How often were you trimming your hair when you started your straight natural hair journey? So since I've been a straight haired natural, I trim my hair quite often. I actually had to big chop in March. If you guys have me on TikTok, not that I post on there either, but if you have seen my video on TikTok about how getting a sew-in actually broke my natural hair, you will see how I had to cut my hair to almost like shoulder length, like to here pretty much, because of a sew-in. So my hair is actually, it's pretty much grown back to where it was, like literally in the space of a couple of months. So I trim my hair, like I want to say every quarter as a straight hair natural, so every 3 months on average. Do my keratin treatment, and how do I keep it hydrated until the next wash day? So that's typically by using my leave-in conditioner and my oil before I wrap it. So that's how I keep my hair just kind of hydrated and healthy in between washes. And how often I do my keratin treatment honestly depends on, I went through a period of time where I was doing my keratin treatment like maybe every 3-4 months, but now I've only done a keratin treatment once this year and it's August. So I feel like I'm starting to realize, especially because the keratin treatment has pretty much saturated my entire hair, I feel like less is more, maybe like twice a year, I feel like. But that's also because I've not been wearing my hair out. I've been wearing my hair in sew-ins or in U-part wigs. So there's not been any point in me doing a keratin treatment because it's like, my hair's not even out, like I'm not getting the benefits of the keratin treatment. Do you have any recommendations for 4C leave out? I prefer sew-ins with yaki hair. I want to relax my leave out, but you said you advise against it. Yeah, I would always advise against doing something specific to only a certain portion of your hair, unless it's like part of a style. Only relaxing like your leave out or like a certain portion of your hair, it will leave you prone to just like excessive damage in that area, and everything's not going to be uniform. The rest of your hair is not going to match, and yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know if that's maybe a personal thing, but I personally I just wouldn't do it. Whatever you're going to do to one part of your hair, just do it to the rest of it. Personally, just feel like relaxers are also a little bit dated. I think that you don't need to relax your hair in 2025. Are we still in 2025? Oh my gosh, it's been a long year. Other treatments, etc., that are so sufficient to being able to maintain like healthy straight hair, I just think relaxers in the bin. Does your hair revert after you wash it? I put keratin but reverted after first wash, and how do you put it away at night? Honestly, I think this kind of goes as well for what I said in like the first part of the video, is that keratin treatments react differently to different people's hair. Like if your hair is resilient, I think that's actually a good thing that your hair wants to revert back. One of the big differences as to how your hair will take to the keratin treatment is how many heat passes you do. Is keratin treatments are heat activated. I don't know if you've ever seen those videos where people are doing like 10 passes on their hair. I mean, I personally wouldn't because my hair doesn't need all of that, but in order for a keratin treatment to really lock into your hair, you have to really seal it in with that straightener and go over each strand of hair more than once. You can do it twice, you can do it 3 times, you can do it 5 times. There are some keratin treatments that literally say go over the hair like 8 times, and that's not because you're like frying the hair, that's because you're sealing the treatment into your hair strand and probably frying your hair just a little bit. What protein do you use in your hair, or what would you recommend for 4C hair that's always feels dry? These days, I'm literally just like a keratin kind of girl. And when I say keratin, I mean a lot of products tend to have like hydrolyzed wheat protein as like their keratin. Like I use the brand Keracare and prefer to use products that contain a little amount of protein often so that I don't get like protein overload, etc, etc. Yeah, Keracare, Draco K-Pack, keratin based products, especially if you're a straight hair natural. If you're like a natural, like a wash and go natural, then I would recommend Silk Proteins. Silk Proteins are also really good for if you're like a natural, like you wear your hair curly, wash and go, twist out, whatever you want to call it. Can protein products increase thickness? I think when a lot of people think about thickness, they're thinking about hair density, right? And typically your hair density is pretty much fixed because it's, you know, pretty much already predetermined by how many hairs are actually going to grow on your head. And so protein products are not going to increase your hair's density. But however, if you have very fine hair, a keratin or a protein treatment can actually deposit protein on the surface of your hair, which will make if your hair is quite fine, it will make your hair a little bit more coarse. Do you know what? I've been really talking for ages, and considering this is my first video back, it's been a lot. So I'm gonna wrap the questions up here. I'm sure there are literally so many other questions that I left unanswered, but I think 2 parts was already a lot. I'm just glad to be back filming and back with you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.